And this is really important because most of our Stride Vanguards require on hit, which is just how it is at the moment. Later down the line, we will get better options though. Hey yo, how's it going everyone? Entropy here today with another video. Today we're gonna go back to JP with another deck profile. This time, unfortunately, I'm gonna fall not just a little bit short, I'm gonna fall a lot short. But I promise you, while I hope that this will still be a fun video, I will try to showcase what I can do with what I have as a free-to-peasant player. But I will also spend a good deal of time explaining what other choices I would definitely play instead, and give you a little roadmap to what to expect with the deck. So the deck I'm going to be profiling today is Gold Paladin from G-Set 3 with Gurguit, or GitGud as I like to call him. This deck is quite nifty. Again, it's a Paladin clan. It's similar to Royals. You're superior calling a lot. You are multi-attacking and applying pressure. But GitGud has a very interesting GB2 mechanic and a very nice gallery of strides that can definitely propel your game offensively if you're adept to it. So let's talk about the list for now and go into game right after, so you can check out the timestamps if you want to go straight to the gameplay. But again, this is a really bare bones deck. I opened like a lot of packs for set 3, and I pulled a good amount of units, but not good enough, not enough to build what I want to build. So for the starter, we are going to be playing the new guy here. This guy, well, I forgot the name. But what it does is GB1, when your other unit is a superior called from the deck, you can put this into the soul, give it 5k and the following ability. Rigor Circle, when it hits counterblast 1, check top 3 and call a unit. And of course, it also has resist, a pseudo resist, cannot be retired by your opponent's abilities, which does definitely come in quite handy. So that's really good. It's called Rising Lionette. Really great. Of course, we have 4 Stride Fodders that you can easily get through the Fighters collection, so definitely pick these up. You have 4 of the PGs, counter-charging PGs. I'm playing 3 of this. What's the name? 3 of the Cool Gal. Pretty cool, I must say. Very, very nice name. Cool Gal's Rigor Circle, GB1 on place, draw 1 card. So this is kind of like a Din Drain without the Soul +1 cost. It's really nice because most of your superior calling you'll be doing in GB anyways, and the draw definitely helps fuel your game. And we play 2 of the Afterglow Liberator Belinus, which is a Rigor unit with a GB1 skill. When placed from your deck, 2 of your other units get plus 2k. So it helps you pump up numbers. Sometimes you can't superior call grade 2s or grade 3s, so this is your best bet, and it helps you scale up fair enough, I guess. For the grade 2 slots, we have Holy Mage Pwyll, Pwyll. It's a really hard to pronounce name. This is your on boost when attacking Vanguard, counterblast 1, do something. And this card, counterblast 1 to check top 3 at superior call 1. So it's really great because it is your combo extender. It helps you enable your multi-attacks without relying on your Vanguard. And a lot of your Vanguard skill actually requires on hit your stride skills. So this is definitely one way when your opponent's at 5 to still do the multi-attack shenanigans and get things going. Definitely would be playing 4 if I had 4. We play 4 of the Knight of Remaining Sun Henriness, which is GB1 when placed if your Vanguard's a grade 3 or greater Gurguit. So +1, counterblast 1, check top 3 and call 1 and give it +2. Honestly, it's a pretty solid card, but right now I don't feel like it's necessary. You have enough superior calling through just Gurguit itself, through the hard skill. You have multiple strides that does superior calling as well. And you can do a lot more with other units at this moment, I believe. So I would replace this unit with something like a Trip or something and give you more counter charge instead. In addition, this card also uses counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1, which kind of conflicts with what GitGud wants to do with its GB2. So be careful with managing resources. I'd definitely say I would rotate this out if I could. Next, we play 2 of the 10k vanillas because we have nothing better to play. 2 of the Blaster Dark Spirits because I only opened the Blaster Dark clan gacha because I wanted to play Shadows in G-Set 3. But Blaster Blade Spirit is probably better, it's definitely better. But on place, you can Caramelist 1, retire a front row, grade 2 or less. And of course, when it gets attacked, it just retires itself. It's solid because, again, a lot of your Vanguard strat skills require on hit to enable multi-attacking. When you're superior calling the spirits during main phase or battle phase, you can Caramelist 1, retire the front row, and it essentially gives you 1 extra swing to the face, which is something that the deck really wants. And lastly, we play 4 of the 9+3s. When it attacks the Vanguard GB1 plus 3k, 12k beater. It's a fine card, but again, if I could, I would rotate out the 9+2s. I would rotate out the 10ks for trips, for countercharge, for the spirits, for retire, maybe even the 8k. That's when placed from deck. So a countercharge 1, soul charge 1, simply for the countercharge. So you can do more shenanigans with your skills. And lastly, for the grade 3s, we play 4 of the GitGuds. GitGud is pretty good, I guess. Second skill, let's talk about the second skill first. When you stride, you can Caramelist 1 and check top 4 to superior call 1 and give it plus 2k. So that's really nice. Vanguard Circle on place gets plus 3, as all the grade 3 bosses have. But most importantly, this is the first GB2 unit with a defensive mechanic. So this unit says at the end of your turn, Soulless 1, Counterblast 1 to check out 4 to drop 1 into the drop zone. It gets plus 5, and if it's a trigger, it gets an additional plus 5k. Because this card is a GB2 skill, if you have a unit, a stride that persona flips or flips another G unit on your first stride, it means that you can immediately proc Gurguit after your first grade 3 turn, or first stride turn, which can come in really handy because the skill generally is much more useful either when you're earlier into the game or at 5 damage and you really are desperate for that extra 5k or 10k defense. So we're going to talk about the strides after, but that's something to note. We play 1 of the Veteran Knight down below, Vanguard Rigor Circle GB1. When this hits the Vanguard, Caramelist 1, checked out 4, call 1. It's fine, I guess. Nothing really much. And we play Jack again. I know a lot of people like, it's like, what are you doing with these stand triggers? I just really love them, and especially when you're playing. Well, I'd say especially when I don't have all the pieces, these stands come in handy. Gigantic Ringer, I think, is a pretty solid card. When your other regard is placed from the deck, GB1, you can put this back to the deck, draw a card, and this unit that got superior call gets 5k. So you're scaling up that unit, you're putting a trigger back to the deck, and most importantly, you're increasing your odds of multi-attacking. Again, with this deck, specifically because we don't have 4 Pills and Spirits, I'm not confident I can actually pressure when your opponent's at 5. And so I am unfortunately going to rely on stand triggers in order to get those attacks in. And so far it's been doing me fine. And you're doing a lot of superior calling, so it's not difficult to proc this. One thing I wish it did was countercharge, but I'll take the 5k because we're looking for those pushes anyways, and it's fine as it is, and 4 heal guards, of course. For the grade 4 strides, we are playing 3 of the FC, Golden Dragon something. Vanguard Circle, when something is placed from your deck, during this turn, both this unit and the superior call unit gets plus 5k. So when you're multi-attacking, especially with something like this, that 5k adds up and helps you hit those numbers really nicely. And of course your Vanguard columns are already 26 at least, so you will be able to push for maybe more than a heal guard or 2. Next we have this. This is the Golden Dragon, Rising Shine Dragon. This is my key stride target actually. When this hits a Vanguard, Caramelist 1, turn a card from the G zone face up, and look at the top 3 and superior call 2 So you're superior calling 2 units, they're not getting a buff, but you can easily set up a board. We're not playing 9 draws, so being able to fill up that board is really nice. Enable those multi-attacks if you already have something set up, a booster or whatever. And most importantly, it flips something. And so you can proc out your Gurguit skill early the moment after this card goes back to the G zone. Notice that it doesn't say it has to G Persona Flip, so you can definitely Persona Flip something like the Harmonix Messiah when you're not against that LJ matchup, or you can flip something like this as well, since you have 3 copies and you don't need necessarily 3 copies. And lastly, I play 2 of the Golden Dragon Spear Cross Dragon, GB2 on place, Counterblast 2, G Persona Flip itself. Check top 5, call 1 for each face-up unit in your G zone. So it technically says call 1 and then call 1 more for each card in your G zone, but well, yeah. So it's 1 and then more. So it's nice. It is Counterblast 2 though, which is really expensive. It is GB2 as well. Earlier into the game, you would have spent Counterblast with Gurguit or this already. So your Counterblast might be a bit hefty, especially if you want to use the defensive skill. So I rarely go into it, but it's still a fine option, especially when your opponent's like a brawler or something that just crushes your entire board. You need to rebuild, and this is the way to go. So the deck does focus on setting up for GB2 as soon as possible, and then trying to just plus multi-attack and push for game, and try to solidify your offense, sustain your offense with these stand triggers that can recycle themselves, I guess, because we're poor. Definitely, again, grade 1 option. Some things you would consider would be some Celeste 2 options maybe. For the grade 2s, you would play probably more Spirit, maybe something like this, I forgot the name, Trip, maybe even a Vivian to enable more multi-attacks, and Vivian got a buff to actually give more power, so that's really nice. Or Lopier. Lopier is also really good to help you reset your board. For grade 3s, if you could, maybe you could test out this as well. It's fine, but it's not amazing, honestly. Palinor could be something spicy, where you're superior calling during your battle phase, and then you can go into Palinor, so that's nice. And then for the grade 3s, definitely if you can, definitely play Campbell. Campbell doesn't G Persona Flip itself, but it's an on hit, check top 5, call 1, and give it +2. So you're checking top 5 instead of like 3 or whatever, which definitely gives you more options, and it also gives it the +2, just in case you need those numbers to hit. And that's very, very nice. Unfortunately, I don't have any. It was a rare in the TCG, but it's a GR, rightfully so in Zero because it's really great. And that is just how it is. Personally, I think Gurguit, it will get better as we get through the support. Right now, I do think that probably Easel is better. But Gurguit is a really fun deck. If you are playing ladder, it was a rank reward. Well, it will be for global, so that's something to be wary of. And very nice change of pace for me, especially since I am spending a lot of time with Gears, Narukami, and Shadow Paladin primarily. And my Shadow Paladin is honestly, yeah, it's not good. It's far from playable. So we're gonna be doing goals first. So let's go into a game and see how GitGud performs on ladder. So I think one of the great things about this set coming alongside Fighter's Collection is your toolbox. You're not relying necessarily on the strength just from this set. You do have options from Fighter's Collection, and it also helps you build it up more properly because your stride fodders and your PGs are practically guaranteed. So this game we're going to be matched up against Murakumo, which just got stride support on JP with the event. So that's really exciting. Having the stride fodder at handy is really good because we are only playing 5 grade 3s. So being able to search for that is really nice. And PG, I think that's fine. 1 PG is fine. Grade 2s, grade 1s, I have a ride target, so that's great. And this is going to be the Mangatsu, which is the go-to list or approach that I'm seeing. Because you still have that aggression, and then you can Legion, and you can still do your stride stuff. So that's really great. The other variant is a bit too slow for my own taste as well. So that is something for global players to consider. Though honestly, Murakumo is pretty overall. And as someone that doesn't have the existing clan support, I'm definitely going to be primarily playing the new variant, simply because I don't have the old stuff, which is a shame because Shiryuki also got a Fighters Collection support as well. So that's fun. That's fun. So going for that, a right chain successfully. Oh, we got that defensive draw, drawing into that heal guard. But they did build up that 17k number, which is great for them and not good for us, especially with that PG going to damage. That's okay. Let's top deck something here. PG. Okay. 10k is fine, I guess. I'm going to call this. I'm going to ditch the. Tentative. Yeah, I'm gonna ditch the PG. And I'm just gonna call this. And call this. And swing rearguard. So you might be wondering, what are you doing? Why are you ditching the PG? Well, I'd honestly rather get the one draw from the stand, because we have a lot of defensive options in our hand already. We still have one PG and one heal guard. And setting up that PG in the drop zone can give us the counter charge that we do need. The deck does use a lot of counter blast, and we don't have any counter charge options in our grade 2 lineup, which really sucks. So I guess that's just a choice that I made. Will it pay off? I don't know. We'll have to see. But they definitely are really quite aggressive with the right chain. They were playing those stands as well. I definitely can understand that. But they're not building up those numbers properly because the left column is only hitting 19. So I would play it safe and put on the 24 and make sure that we can deal 2 damage. So we're going to see that defensive stand. We are losing a lot of stands already. So that's not good because then I can't showcase them. But I guess that's fine. I guess that's fine. We're gonna pop this one back. We're gonna ride, and then we're gonna stride. And I'm going to go into. The starter can help you enable multi-attacks, which is quite nice. But let's just go into this. Set up our GB2 and try to hold off those attacks from our opponent. So our GitGud skill from the cart. Top call. So I'm going to use the stand trigger to go back, give it 5k. And the starter can enable it, but I'm not feeling it right now. I'm going to call the grade 2 and leave it as such. And we're just going to battle. So because we're not playing crits, we are confident that the Vanguard will hit. And this is really important because most of our stride Vanguards require on hit, which is just how it is at the moment. Later down the line, we will get better options though. So stand is going to give us that additional pressure. We are going to use it. We're going to persona flip. We're going to G flip the harmonics. I mean, yeah. The what? Yeah. Whatever Messiah. The whatever Messiah. And yeah. So in hindsight, probably should have put the power onto the booster. This way I can scale up. Yeah, let's just do it for the 5k. Not expecting it to hit, but okay. Just gonna ask for a heal. And we can superior call, but I don't think I'm gonna hit those numbers. Well, I'm gonna do it anyways. Maybe we'll call the dog and let us draw one. Nope. Nope. Not at all. PG, I guess. That's PG, so no more heal guards. That is good news for us. And we will use the defensive skill just for your reference. I don't think it's super necessary right now, but we can dump anything. Well, if it's a trigger, it gives it Vanguard plus 10. If it's not a trigger, it gives Vanguard plus 5. So let's just dump a grade 1. We don't really need those. Filters through the deck, and that gives us higher base stat on our opponent's turn, which is quite handy. So I do like the way they integrated Gurguit skill into Zero. It really works well with the idea, like the premise, and with the zero mechanics, of course. So they're gonna stride. Honestly, Miracle doesn't have a lot of great strides. The train is yucky. On hit, like choose a card, Superior Call 2 with the same name. So this is nice. It's your GB1 when it attacks Vanguard on boost, Caramast 1. It says Superior Call 1 of itself, and at the end of the turn, return it to your hand. So the thing is, what are they going to Superior Call? I'm not too sure. I guess it you know, goes through the deck and puts the non-triggers to the bottom of the deck. So that's nice, I guess. So if you're hoping for a 6 damage heal or something, I guess it definitely can. It's something. So yeah, you can see like the 5k or the 10k. For Gurguit, it doesn't really honestly do much. That's just how it is. And we're still going to stride for that body. And we drew into a bunch of heals. So unfortunately, we're not going to be proccing any heals anytime soon, it seems. Yeah, we are going to use it. Oh, ooh. Yeah, give me that. Just gonna swing properly. We do have one stand trigger left, which can help us seal the game. So we're gonna be really big, asking for a PG. Draw a trigger. Can we see the stand? Can we see the stand? Can we see the stand? Ah, the heal. Can't complain though. Pop it up to the Vanguard, and that's it. Ooh, opponent rage quit. Disconnecting. Bam. So yeah, I mean the deck is really aggressive. You have a lot of superior call options. Once again, it's GB. Would I play? I mean, would I play this deck honestly a lot? I am clan level 1. That goes to show how much I actually play the deck. But I actually have a surprisingly decent win rate with it. And if you take into suggestion of what I mentioned, like, you know, playing the counterchargers, playing more spirits for retires, playing more abilities to draw, and be more consistent with your grade 3s after you fix those problems. Of course, play your Campbell if you can. I think the deck can do quite well. Is it a meta contender? I don't think so. I think it's a bit too slow to do that. I think it's a bit too inconsistent to do that. But it is a really good time to play, and what I can say is that I see a lot of potential with the deck, the mechanics, and I can't wait for future G-Era Gold Paladin support. So that's it from me for today. Thank you so much for watching, and as of the recording of this video, it's the 23rd, so we're almost, well, it is the festive season, so I hope you all happy holiday, and stay safe. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and want to see more, of course, check out Kamui Nova Grappler's Twitch as well. I really appreciate his support for the channel as a member, and definitely helps me get more content out there. So thank you so much for watching again, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.